Hey, Brian Manning here. Welcome to the Garden Report previewing Game 7. We have a Game 7 Celtics Bucks. Feasibly, the winner of this game could go on to win the championship, much like Bucks Nets last year. A lot of parallels between these two series now. We just talked about the Game 6 that forced this Game 7. Go check that out. Jayson Tatum's incredible performance. Giannis, relentless. But three factors on each side coming into this one. Here we go. Bucks. Concern number one right off the bat. Giannis has to do everything. Right now, he's getting very little to no help from the players around him. Grayson Allen, another shaky performance in this one. Pat Connaughton giving them shots at times off the ball, spot makes. Brook Lopez, same deal, spot dump-offs. Drew Holiday, can he bump off in the lane and score in isolation? He's really struggling from three. He's really struggled from the field in this series, especially with the defensive responsibilities taken on. You look to the bench, it's George Hill. Not much else going on there. You can go small with some of those Connaughton lineups. It's on Giannis right now, and he can't score 100 points. He can facilitate, but Celtics have stayed home on those shooters and really made it tough for the Bucks to hit their shots in this series, and they've gone cold essentially for 6 straight games here. So they're going to have to get shooters going. Someone's going to have to step up alongside Giannis. On the other end, defensively, when they downsize, Tatum is starting to figure them out a little bit. He's getting downhill, hits a tough hook shot in that second half, and is able to move the ball inside and out, spin past George Hill, attack those mismatches. Giannis, decent drop defender, not as good as Brook, but when the Bucks want to downsize, become more versatile on offense, gets tough for them. Bobby Portis really struggling from the field. Allen, not sure how you continue to play him. But on the upshoot, Giannis, for as much as he looked tired through the middle portion of this game, found a second win and ended up having a sensational fourth quarter and a game that most people would look at in awe. More of a normal night for Giannis, but he's going to come out there and be relentless. Hitting free throws in this game, hitting a 3 to get within 4. Giannis just keeps getting better as the series goes on, and I do see the fatigue setting in, particularly on the defensive end, where fouls started to rack up again for him in this one. Nearly hit 5 fouls. I'm worried about Giannis' stamina right now. Now, Jaylen Brown after the game talked about how he's going to continue to be relentless and go after guys, and they have to match that energy going possession for possession.
Man, yeah, Giannis has been great for them. Relentless in his approach. He's going to keep going, keep attacking. His conditioning is great. It doesn't seem like he gets as tired as others, and he just keeps coming. So we just got to keep coming with him. We got to be aggressive and keep doing our job and keep fighting. And eventually we should come out on top.
Third factor for the Bucks, the defense they're going to run. Do they stay in the drop? Switching worked at the end of Game 5 there. We still see more drop from them in this one. How much is Budenholzer going to adjust? Does Allen come out of the lineup? Does Connaughton go in? Does Chris Middleton arrive? Ruled out of Game 6? Would it shock anybody if he comes out to save their season, even in limited minutes in a Game 7? Adjustment's going to be everything on the Bucks end there. Same for the Celtics. Now let's get over to them. Grant Williams has hit a wall here in this series. Defensively, still giving them some things, but offensively, not much at all right now. Decent secondary dribble drives to start the first quarter. I thought he was a good part of their passing there. But Derrick White has really overtaken him in terms of effectiveness in this series. You look at what he's doing defensively, rotating 1 through 4, getting in the lane and contesting guys, being active with deflections as well as getting his hand on live dribbles in the lane. Derrick White's giving this team a ton right now. You almost wonder if he needs to start Game 7. Play as many minutes as possible alongside Marcus Smart, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, so the Celtics can spread out the Bucks, run some, get into these great passing sequences. I suspect Ime is going to stay big to start, so he can set that tone defensively against Giannis, but they got to get White as many minutes as he can, and this is going to be a thin effort. Not a lot of Tice, not a lot of White off the bench. Only other guy that really got minutes there, and Pritchard effectively cut out of the rotation for this game, save for a few minutes at the beginning of the fourth to spell some guys. Celtics going to play thin. Imagine that's what they're going to continue to do here, but 3 other things beyond that. Cutting out the live ball turnovers. Feels like that's the only way the Bucks are going to keep rolling offensively in this, is if the Celtics feed them with turnovers. Became an issue early in the fourth quarter. Looseness with the ball, Brown losing it in the lane, Tatum nearly throwing away to Connaughton before he fell out of bounds on that play. They can't turn the ball over. Bucks are going to score every time in those situations. And similarly for stagnant possessions, Marcus Smart step back three over Giannis. You'll take it, but it's not what you're looking for there. And if you miss a few of those threes, this game's a lot tighter down the stretch. And Celtics have gotten 2 outlier three-point percentage games in this series. Game 2, now Game 6. I'd imagine it's going to come down to earth a little bit in the fourth. So can you get, or in the 7th game, can you get paint touches? Can you work the ball inside and out? Can you counteract that drop, and can Tatum score in the lane, hit some of the tough mid-rangers that he did in this game? A lot of it's going to come down to Tatum, and that's where the complaining comes into play too. Game 5, they did cost themselves with complaining, not getting back on defense. Game 6, they nearly do it. You don't want in a Game 7 to have any regrets in terms of possessions you didn't get back on because you were complaining about calls. It's the story of the season. It's what they hit on hardest to start, and now it's going to be one of the factors that decide the Celtics season. And everything considered, I'm slightly leaning with the Celtics in this one. Over the course of the post game, over the course of everything I've absorbed since we got off the air, pressers and everything else, it's there for the taking if they execute, if they do those 3 things, if they continue to make Giannis beat them and lock in on the other guys. This should be the Celtics series, but it's going to come down to Tatum once again. He doesn't have to outduel Giannis, but he has to be the player he can be, particularly late in the game, and put it away when the Bucks make that run that they're inevitably going to make here. And Giannis, I'm still interested to see 2 days from now what he has left in the tank, because the Celtics just have more depth of scoring and more roundedness. And as I said on postgame, if you win this Game 7, I think you're going to be the NBA champion this year. So that's all on the line. Sunday, we'll be live, TD Garden, back in Boston. Thanks for joining us for our coverage here in Milwaukee. Quick stop back. Celtics took care of business, and they will be in TD Garden 3:30 Sunday, post-game after. Stick with us, CLNS Media, Celtics All Access. And if you need to calm your nerves going into it, calm.com/garden, 40% off a premium subscription, sleep, meditation, yoga, anything else you need to relax, because it's going to be tense. I could feel the rumble in my stomach heading into this game. I can only imagine how tense it's going to feel in TD Garden on Sunday. Can't wait. Going to be a classic, historic matchup between these 2 teams at the peak of their powers. And we'll be live. Josue Pavone, Sherrod Blakely, and me, Bobby Manning. CLNS Media, Celtics All Access. Good night from Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee.